Okay, ladies and gentle dudes, it's been a long time since I've done some cooking, and today I'm going to do some really fine cooking. I found in Japan lasagna noodles. I looked at this box and I can't read it, so I didn't know what it was, but I thought it was lasagna that you just put in the oven or something like that. But then I realized as I opened it up, I'm like, oh shit, this is just the noodles, and I'm going to use about 15 of these. Because I'm going to do about 5 layers, three layers. I love talking on these things. I'm going to do about 5 across 3 times, so use about 15 of these. It looks like there's about 30 in here, so I'll do about half of those. I got a couple of fresh tomatoes, which I'm going to do in my little Tupperware salsa maker. I got some fresh basil from the supermarket. This fennel is straight from my garden, really sweet. I never grew fennel before, but every day I go out in the garden, I just pick some of this and I eat it like that. Wow, it's so sweet. It tastes like licorice to me. Anyway, so I got that. I got 2 different types of ground meat. I think this one's beef. I think this one's pork. Just a little bit of that. I got a couple different kinds of sauces. Just a cream tomato sauce. I got regular tomato puree, which I'm going to make these kind of like sliced up in this thing. I'm going to use 1 clove of garlic. I'm going to use almost a whole thing of onion. Probably won't use a full because it's a small amount that I'm making in this little dish here. I looked everywhere for ricotta cheese. I couldn't find ricotta cheese in Japan. I've seen it before, but I couldn't see it this time. So I got a little cottage cheese, which I've never seen in Japan. I was pretty amazed when I saw cottage cheese. But I also got this Australian cream cheese. So I'm going to use a little of this and mix it with that. And then I'm going to do regular cheese. I don't know if it's mozzarella. It's just, in Japan they just call it goat cheese. Gouda cheese. I don't know what that means, but it's like mozzarella, I think. The only thing I forgot to get the Parmesan cheese. I'm going to use a little bit of garlic salt, a little olive oil. What else? I'm going to use a little of this salt. It's kind of like a mixed salad salt, so I like it on everything. So that's what we're going to do. So first we're going to get some water, boil it up to boil the noodles. We're going to start frying up the meat. Try to get this in here a little closer, huh? What can we do here? This doesn't go any higher. Okay, whoops. It goes down lower though. Okay, so we're going to try to get down in this pan here. What am I going to do first? I'm going to start heating up the water. And you only want to do this for like 5 minutes, the lasagna, because you don't want to get those things too soft, because you're going to bake them later. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to get out the ground meat. You can put down a little olive oil in the pan. And I should start chopping up the onions first, actually. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I need to chop up the onions. What am I thinking? Okay, so we're going to chop onions. I'm going to come back to the chopped onions part because that's kind of boring to watch me chop onions and watch me make a mess, because I always make a mess and my wife gets mad at me. So I'll be right back for the chopped onion part. Okay, I'm back. I just remembered I don't need to chop up the onions. That's what this little thing's for. So you throw some of the garlic in there, whole clove of garlic, half of the onions. Put it in here. It's great for making salsa. Just throw in onions and bell peppers and garlic and tomatoes. And you can take this camping with you. Okay, that's all it takes. Much better than chopping and making yourself cry to death. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bowl of garlic and onions chopped. I'm going to save a little bit of the onions and garlic. Oh no, I didn't. I did all the garlic. Okay. I'm going to do a little of the onions and the tomato when I do the tomatoes, so it's got a little onion flavor there too. So I got the garlic and onions. I'm still heating up the water for the for the noodles. It hasn't, I put it on kind of low, I guess. Okay, so I got a little bit of oil in the pan. We're going to throw the meat in here. This is, I believe, the pork, ground pork. Throw that in there. And the ground beef. They're about both the same size, but looks like, I can't read this, so I don't know how much it is. A little bit. Okay, just enough for a pan full. Wash those out so they don't stink. Okay, so you want to start heating this up first. Get a wooden spoon. You want the color to change a little bit on most of these pieces before you, can you see over here? Get a little bit of the color start changing before you add in the onions and the salt. It's good to salt and pepper everything a little bit during the cooking process. So once I get this cooking a little, okay, while that's cooking a little bit, I can now throw in the tomatoes. Start working on the tomatoes. That's cooking up. Okay, it's starting to change a little color. So, you can see some of it's getting a little darker. That's all you got to do. The pork actually gets lighter, and the meat gets, the beef gets darker. Okay. So that's about as much as you want to cook the meat before you throw in the onions and the garlic. And I'm going to throw in a little garlic salt. Just a little. And this other one has pepper and salt and a bunch of other vegetable stuff in it. Paprika and stuff. A little of that. So each step of the way you just throw a little more salt and pepper and stuff to start seasoning it while you're cooking it. Okay, so I'm going to turn down this heat and let this start cooking while I do the tomatoes. On low heat. The water's almost ready for me to do the noodles. Okay, so I'm going to put some, going back over here to my salsa maker. I got the onions that's still in there. I'm going to put some tomato in there. Okay, just put like a fourth of tomato in here. And the other part of the onion. The other part of the tomato. And a little more tomato. I'll do the whole, probably 2 tomatoes. But this thing doesn't hold that much stuff, so I just do a little at a time. Okay, mix up the meat a little more. It's on low heat. It's getting a little darker. Okay, where's my top? Oh, it's right in front of me, duh. I always lose things. If my wife was here, she'd be yelling at me the whole time. She always says I get everything messy and I drop stuff on the ground. She gets freaked out. Like, you're not supposed to do that when you cook, I guess. In Japan or in her world. I love to cook, but my wife doesn't like me to cook, so I don't cook for her anymore. When I first started dating her, I was living in my own house, and I did all the cooking by myself, and she didn't bitch at me dirtying up my own house. Now that we live together, I can't get the house dirty. She gets freaked out. It's not like you can't clean up after you eat, but anyway. Okay. Okay, so that's good. It's almost completely cooked. You can see the meat's almost done, but I'm not going to get it all the way done because I want to put in the tomatoes now. So This is the tomato and onion I just put in there. Fresh tomatoes. Okay, I'm going to do a little more tomato. I'm going to put some sauce in there. Just regular tomato sauce. This is just straight tomato puree. Okay, the water is pretty much boiling now, so I better start doing the noodles. Can you see that over here? Let's get the camera over this direction. Okay, so I'm making a mess as I always do when I cook because I don't know how to do it, my wife says. This is getting all over. It's tomato juice over there. Anyway, I don't care. I like to make a mess. Okay, so now that we got a little tomato going in there, cooking up the meat with the tomato, I'm going to throw in a little more. You can throw a little sugar, but since I got this tomato cream sauce that it probably has a little bit of sugar in it, I don't need to throw sugar in it right now. Okay, my wife is coming in now, so I need to tell her I'm making a video for YouTube so she doesn't start telling me I'm making a mess. Hey Mom, I'm making a video. If you want to be in the video, come in. If not, don't come in. I'm making lasagna and I'm making a video for YouTube, so don't come in here unless you want to be on the video. Huh? Fan. Oh, use fan. Okay. You have to use the fan when you cook in the kitchen here. Okay, I forgot to salt. Put a little salt. Usually in the pan is better, so I'm going to put, since I don't have salt, regular salt, I'm just going to throw in the pot this kind of salt and a little bit of garlic salt. No, I can't hear on the video, Mom. It's too loud. Sorry. Okay, garlic salt and a little of that salt. Okay, the noodles will just cook for about 5 minutes until they're a little bit soft, not too soft. If you get them too soft, then you're going to have a problem, and I forgot to put some olive oil in there. Put a little olive oil helps them, I guess, I've heard, not stick as much. Little olive oil. Okay. Move around so they don't stick. Okay, I'm very terrible about timing things. I never have a watch. I never have a stopwatch. I just kind of go by the seat of my pants. Hope I don't do it wrong. And I'm using the same spoon like I always do, which some people don't like. Okay, but it's all going together in the stomach anyway. Okay, finish up this tomato. So I gotta cut out this little part of the tomato that's green. I mean the thing here. Okay. Yosha. Okay, a little tomato in there. I was gonna do some garlic in there too, but oh well. I did all the garlic. Making a good mess. Okay, tomato. Bachelor's cooking. Should be called Bachelor's Cooking 101. Okay, we got that. I'm gonna throw a little basil in here. And a little of the fennel. So I'm going to watch the fennel a little. Okay, fennel from my garden. We have no room to cook in Japanese kitchens. I better just move this stuff over here. Okay, fennel. A little basil. Okay, just pre that up. Okay. There we go. Well chopped. Okay, the basil doesn't get totally chopped up too much, so it works out good. Got the water boiling over here. The meat's looking good. I forgot to do what it said to drain out the excess fat on one video, but I think the pork has less fat than the... Anyway, it's all good. It's really juicy. Okay, got the basil in there. We're going to throw some more basil in the cheese when we do that too. Right now that's enough for that. Okay, this sauce is looking really good. But I'm going to throw some actual tomato cream sauce on top of that too. Okay. Better see how these noodles are doing here. They look like they're all sticking together. So that's the problem here. Something sticks together. Turn them over maybe. Threw them in separately, but they look like they want to stick together. We need a bigger pot. Okay, some of them are sticking together, but we're gonna somehow get them apart. You only want to get these a little soft. You don't want to go too much with these things. So maybe I need to already drain out the water. I didn't count how many minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the video for a while. I'm gonna drain that out and get these noodles all ready. Okay, so I'm draining out the noodle now. I only did it for like 5 minutes, I think. Gotta get a spoon again. Okay, so get all the water out. You want to rinse them with cold water and get them cool down so you can touch them. And you just want to set them over here, get them a little cool. Okay. As long as you can touch them and pick them up, lift them out of here, they're cool enough. Whoops, they're sticking together. So I'm going to put them on a plate here. See if I can do this without breaking them. Okay, here's the real difficult part, I think. They're stuck together here. Okay, I already broke one. Here we go. Almost together one. These two are kind of stuck together. Maybe a bigger pot would save you from having them all stick together like that. I don't know. That one's kind of broken too. Okay, so the noodle thing isn't working out as good as I thought it would be. So I'm gonna work at this, and I'll come back to tell you how I did with that. Maybe I'll have to boil up some other noodles separately. Okay, I'm back to square one with the noodles. This is the biggest pot I got, so luckily I only cooked half the noodles. So I'm gonna try it with cold water as it's slowly boiling. It's not boiling yet. And see if that doesn't helps them not get stuck together, because that was just a mess. Okay, now how to put them in any way without having them stick together. I'm doing them all different directions, but they're going to all lay down on each other. So I guess I need to start mixing them now before they start getting hot. That might help. See if this keeps them from getting stuck together. Maybe I need to do them longer than I did, I don't know. On the videos I saw, it looked pretty freaking simple. I've had nothing with trouble with noodles in Japan. Maybe because their noodles are old in Japan, I don't know. Because I cook all kinds of noodles and it seems to get stuck too. A lot of noodles get stuck together in Japan. And I don't remember ever having that problem in California. Even regular spaghetti noodles too, they get stuck in... I'm using a really small pan maybe. Okay, I'll just keep these things turning and hopefully they'll never get stuck together. See what you got going over here. Turning these things. Keep them from getting stuck together. Maybe I cooked them too long or didn't cook them enough. I don't know. We'll see. See if I can get down to the bottom. But those look like they're sliding off each other. Good. She said about 5 minutes, the video I saw, so I don't think I went more than 5 minutes. Of course, I'm not using a watch or anything. I guess I can look at the video timer. There's no timer on this video. Okay. So welcome to bachelor cooking. Fuck up the cooking over and over until you get it right. That's how I've learned to do all my cooking. These ones are looking like they wanted to stay together. Okay, they look like they're already starting to stick together again. What's up with that stuff? It's a small pan. If you need a huge pan, but it looked like in the videos that I saw, they looked like a small pan too. So those ones are already sticking together. I saw cooking with just oil in a pan and not any water with noodles. And I tried that too, and everything stuck together. It didn't work out the way I saw the video. The chef just puts it in oil and puts it in the pan with a bunch of noodles and then cooks it and then comes back and it's all done. I tried that and everything was stuck together, so I don't know what he did. I used the same kind of olive oil he did, but it didn't seem to work with regular noodles. And these are all sticking together again. See that? They're like a big freaking hamburger now. Well, I don't know what to do here. Someone put a comment on how you get these things not to stick together. I tried oil and I tried salt and that didn't work, so now I'm just trying water. It still seems to be sticking together. Some of them are not sticking, but most of them are stuck, and look at this big bundle now. Can't get it apart. Big slab of noodles stuck together. Come apart, please. Okay, well, I'm going to turn off this and see if I can figure that out, and I'll tell you what happens there. Okay, never give up. You can do it. I figured it out. They're all not sticking. I think boiling it from just water by itself, from cold, boiling it up and keep mixing it will do it. So that's it. So now we're going to make the cheese. Oh, how's that going to be? It's going to be exciting. And I'm going to make more mess, probably. So, here we go. I got a pot here. Okay, I couldn't find ricotta cheese, so we're going to have to make our own here. So, what do we got? We got here cream cheese from Australia. So I'm going to use a little cream cheese from Australia here. This pan back here. Okay. So I'm just going to throw this in the pot here. Mix it up. This is the biggest bowl thing I have. Good size cream cheese. Big chunk. Okay, that's my cream cheese. The rest is going in the refrigerator. Okay. My wife was here right now, she'd be freaking out. Okay, I got some cottage cheese. I've never seen cottage cheese in Japan. Oh, it looks pretty good. Almost like ricotta cheese. So that's gonna work. Cottage cheese, ricotta cheese. And then we're gonna throw in egg. We need the egg. I forgot that. Okay. Just get 1 or 2 eggs. I'm going to do 2 eggs just because, you know, I like egg. These are good eggs. So throw some egg in here. Like that. Whoop. We got some shell in there too. Little. I don't think I did that. Shell. Made it out. Okay. So, just gonna mix that up. Cream cheese, okay. In Japan, I have one thing for all my pans. So I'm just mixing up the egg, cottage cheese, and the cream cheese. It's kind of thick. And if I had Parmesan, I'd throw some Parmesan in, but I forgot the Parmesan. So, this cream cheese is pretty thick. If I heat it up a little, it'll get softer. Let's see. Oh no, it's going to work out good. Okay, so here we got, you can see the cream cheese and the egg and the other cheese in here. And I'm going to throw some basil in there. I'm going to throw some other spices I got. Okay, so I need to get that fennel and the basil going again. Okay, so I'm throwing the basil in my little salsa maker again. Oh, and I was going to do the other onions in that too, that's right. Okay. Chop a little onion into there. Okay, so I got a little bit of onion, I got a little basil, I got a little of my fennel. Throw it all in there. Get back in my salsa maker. I'm making a good mess over here. No counter space, no kitchen space in Japan. Okay, blend that puppy out. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to do all the tomato. Maybe I'll throw some tomato in the cheese too. Nah, I'll throw tomato in the whole thing later. Actually, the sauce tastes really good. I don't need any more tomato. Okay. Oh, perfect. One basil didn't get chopped right, but then we'll do that later. Okay, fennel, basil, onion. I guess I don't need that box anymore. So I don't need this wrapper anymore. Cottage cheese. Okay. I think I put a little bit too much, what do you call it? Egg, but that's okay. Make up for the lack of cheese I didn't have. Okay, let's get a little closer camera shot over here. This is my stuff. Too much egg. Okay, so I'm going to throw some regular cheese in that and mix it up to make it a little harder. I'll be back. Hey, ladies and gentle dudes, here's the real test. Here's where we see how it's going to be. Put a little bit of olive oil in here. Mush it around. Get the pan a little olive oiled up. If I had a spray thing, I would do a spray thing, but I don't have that. Okay, a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan will just help it cook better. Okay, so first thing we put down is a little bit of the meat sauce. Just one little layer. Don't want to use too much of this because then you'll have, I'm using about a third of it hopefully because I'm going to do 3 layers. Okay, that looks good. Evenly put down there. Okay, got the meat sauce. Okay, now I'm going to put this cool cheese I made. I did put a little regular cheese in it just to make it a little thicker because I use so much egg. But it looks like ricotta cheese. My own version of ricotta cheese. You want to try to do one little small layer there. This is so wet, it's kind of hard to do. See over here? Wow, I'm using a lot. Maybe I'm not going to do 3 layers like it shows in the videos. This is a small pan anyway. Maybe I'll just do 2 layers. Okay. It's almost used more than half of it, so let's make up some more cheese. Okay, so that's good. Now you want to put these noodles down. If they didn't all stick together, and they did stick together, shit. How did they get them in the movie not sticking together? Okay, here we go. That one looks good. See over here? It's all looking good. Keep these things from sticking together. For some reason, these ones don't have the ridges like the ones you see. Looks like I'm going to have to do it a little closer. Okay, so there's going to be 4. I was thinking it was going to be 5 on the bottom, but there's going to be 4. So that's good because I don't have enough noodles that didn't stick together. Okay, so 4. And then you want to do the same layer. Meat sauce. Look at that. Good shit. Okay, meat sauce. Okay, so I'm going to do the same layers and I'll show you when I'm done. I'm going to stop this video. Okay, I just put the last layer of cheese and meat sauce under that, and then I'm going to put the last layer of this 4 noodles. Sorry, I'm standing in front of the video here. Okay. Get you from this angle. Okay, that worked out perfect. All I need is 8 of these. The smaller one. Last thing is just put the meat sauce on top and some cheese, regular cheese. But I put the cheese on after you've cooked it for a while. So you want to cover it with tin foil. I don't have enough sauce here. A little bit, a little bit. Put it evenly on top. Okay, I didn't make enough sauce, so try to spread it out as much as I can. And I'll maybe throw some tomatoes and stuff in here. It's going to be cheese on top of that, so... I guess it's okay. Almost covered the whole thing perfectly. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, so we're going to cook that in an oven, but I'm not cooking it today because we're going out to eat. So I'm getting this ready for another day. I'll make the video once I actually cook it, probably tomorrow for lunch. Okay, so you need to get some tin foil, put it over the top, and put it in the oven. Our ovens don't have temperature gauges here, so don't know what temperature we put it at. We just put it at as high as we can get it. Whoops. It's all gone. Hi, Mama. You want to join the party? Okay, we got double up the tin foil. Okay, that's all for the lasagna. We'll be back to cook it later tomorrow. Bye-bye. Okay, this is the last part of the lasagna cooking. I've been cooking it in this oven for almost 30 minutes. This is a Japanese one. It doesn't have really temperature markings. I put it on bake, which is the highest level. It does say Celsius. It goes up to like 230 degrees Celsius, but it's not really the correct temperature, so who knows how long. But usually 30 minutes is good. If I had it in the, didn't have it in the refrigerator, I probably can do it less. So I'm going to take it out of here and I'm going to put some cheese on it. Okay, I have... Then I'm going to put it in there a little bit longer, and then it's going to be ready to go. Whoa. I have to put many things in front, over the burners on these stoves so I can get it from not burning it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's the cheese part. Just take off this top. Ooh, looks good. Look at that. Looks like lasagna already, but we're going to put cheese on top of it. Okay, so just put enough cheese. Usually I put Parmesan cheese. I forgot to get the Parmesan, as I said before. So just put regular cheese. Come on out. Okay, it's so hard to find regular cheese to grate in Japan. They always have them pre-grated, which gets all stuck together when it's all moist. Okay, just enough cheese on top, like a pizza. And once that's melted, it should be done. Let's hope it's not cold in the middle because it was in the refrigerator. You can never know with these stoves. Okay, I'm not going to cover it actually. I'm going to put it in just like that. Okay. If I had a camera person, I can move the camera with me, but I don't have a camera person. Okay. Wow. There goes the camera. Nice 70s floor here. Okay. So here we go. We put it in the oven. Now I put the rack back on top. Keeps it from burning it. Oops. Okay. Put that in first. Put that in first. Put this over. This just keeps it from burning because there's hot coils above here that keep this thing hot. Okay, put it in about another 10 minutes or so and it should be ready. I'll come back and show you when it's served. Okay, I think the lasagna is ready. Let's pull it out of the oven. Gotta get my gloves on. I have, what's on top of here is wax that I need to make candles with. It's melting. I'm just making, oh, looks good. Wow, looks like professional lasagna. Look at that. Ladies and gentle dudes, how do you like that? How do you like them apples? Okay, bring the camera on over here. And there's your super duper lasagna. Now, cutting it with a spatula is kind of difficult. Let's see. Ooh, nice and soft. We're gonna all eat lasagna. Hi, lasagna for everybody. Okay, we're making small pieces here, but we'll get bigger pieces later. Let's see if I can get these little pieces out. Let's do the moments first. Okay, let's see how this lasagna looks. This is a really small piece. We're doing a double piece here. Ooh. Hard to get out. Wow! Well, I don't make it look too nice when I get it out. That's my schlop lasagna.